We are live. So I'll say indeed, and greetings unto you, beloved and holy friend. I thank you for joining me again on another conscious evolution, another opportunity to fight hate with love. Another opportunity. No. To fight hate with love. Another opportunity. I'm getting triggered. I'm not hating on it. I just love not hearing myself talk. Today's stream topic is about how hate has never been defeated by more hate, right? You cannot be like, oh, this group of people hates me. Let me hate them harder. And then surely hate will go away. No, no, unfortunately, no, it doesn't work that way, right? It's the same thing with like a casual disagreement as well, where you might agree or disagree on something. But if you lean into the disagreement, you're not going to reach agreement by disagreeing harder, right? And I think about it from the perspective of like, how are we going to help the world? A lot of us do realize that some sort of change is necessary, right? And a lot of us can sometimes feel a little bit helpless in knowing how we're supposed to change things. But ultimately, we are changing things, right? By simply not participating, perpetuating more hate into the world, you are inevitably, inadvertently bringing more love into it, right? Love and understanding. Understanding is the other one because understanding isn't exactly the same thing as love. I feel you need to love in order to understand, right? One of the core principles, at least for me, that love means is giving your focus and your attention. You have to kind of focus and give your attention to understand something about another person. So, yeah. How are we supposed to understand? I feel we already do, right? All of the stuff that's going on in the world right now is very simple, right? Greed, essentially. Is it just greed? Maybe, right? This sense of scarcity that has been projected onto us, and that sense of scarcity leads us to make decisions based on that scarcity, and then decisions based on that scarcity more often than not lead us to a sense of greed, right? And then we can end up hating other beings for earning capital, right? Because that's my money. No, you know money, get me only get money, right? Start hating one another for that reason. We have Shan and Zano joining us today. We have Loazana and Duck Tattoo, Joy Vive. Not seeing Sam just yet, but Shell is here as well, sending all of you friends blessings. It's nice to have you here. Thank you for participating lovingly in this world, for not perpetuating hate. I have to get my tooth fixed and then head to work, so I will be in and out. My kitties have very much adapted and are falling in love with their new home. They were purring like this, purring like crazy this morning. Weirdly enough, Duck Dad, as I was getting ready for stream as well today, I was giving Roxy some pets, and I was like thinking to myself, if somebody else has to see the way that my cats behave, would that be indicator as to how I am, right? And I was appreciating the fact that Roxy, over the last few days, have been like laying between my legs when I'm in my shavasana. Ginger is still sleeping next to the spot that I was doing yoga in. And as I'm moving around the space, he's just like content, eyes closed. I'm dragging things around. He doesn't even open his eyes. Like the sheer amount of safety that they must feel around me to be that comfortable. And then I was thinking about it from the fact that they are rescues, you know, that they would have literally gotten put down if we didn't bring them home. And just to see how much they appreciate life, how much they kill life as well. I don't like that part of it too much, but they really do enjoy love. They do enjoy life. I was watching little Roxy as I was getting ready, to set the stream up, playing with a piece of poop. Yes. It was a piece of dry cow manure, which was practically ball-like. But just like watching this kitty slap this piece of poop around, I was just like, I learn new things every day, Maybe it's not so serious after all. I also saw a great horned owl last night in flight. I've never seen one in the wild. It was so powerful. I was nerding out like crazy. The synchronicity. Did you look up what it means? Hey, Dad. Melton friends, love to you. Hey, Google, tell me about the spiritual significance of seeing an owl.
Sorry, I didn't understand.
Liar! Don't lie to me, Google. Owls are true messengers of the spiritual realm, explains Kristen. I don't know. How about that, Kristen? They can appear as a symbol during challenging times as a guide, having broken teeth. I don't know what other challenges you're facing right now. I hope your little one is healthy at this point. Unlike any other animal symbol, they relay truth, understanding. There it is. Oh goodness. Even better. Like we're talking about understanding today as an antidote to hate. They relay truth, understanding, patience, and wisdom to us when we need it the most. There we go. Connor, we were talking about you yesterday, bro. We were telling one another that we were missing you. And here you are. Blessings to you too, man. It's nice having you here today. Sending you all the good vibes. Hope you're doing well. How's life? That's nice. The kitties are adjusting to their new home and family. Love you, Shan. Thank you for sending blessings right back. Joy. Zano, this topic reminds me of the Barbie movie drama. I still haven't seen it. I haven't seen either. The Barbenheimer combo. My sister sent me a video of someone hating on men that hate the movie. Hating on men that hate the movie. Apparently, uh, the movie was reaffirming for some men, right? It's like, oh, yeah. That's like what I've seen from the memes. Men being like, yeah, this is how it is. This is how it should be. But hating them for that, it was rough, and I was sad. And my sister found a humor in it. Found humor in hating on men. Like I don't know the plot, but I'm guessing that Barbie became her own woman, right? Like the Barbie doll was technically something to be used. I feel like I'm threading lines here right now that are dangerous to step upon, but the Barbie doll was used by so many people and was basically out of the box paired with Kent. Kent, is it Kent? Ken? My Barbie knowledge is not definite. It's not up to par. And then becoming her own person, right? And I believe in that as well. I value that fractal, but I guess there's a lot of men that can resonate more with the Ken character and can resonate with the Barbie character. And yeah, feeling some way about it. Again, it's a matter of how you determine, Kent, how you determine your own value, like all of these things, the way that I see it at least, is that media should be an insight into where we are right now in the world, right? Like these are things to pay attention to. Culture, I guess, is the word for that, right? It's culture, essentially. And to see some parts of our culture displayed in one way, some people might see it as like, yeah, that's the way it's supposed to be. Or, yeah, get over it. But it still hurts. It still hurts being in society sometimes. I'll have to see it to have like a complete understanding. Thank you, Zano, for sharing that fractal. Slowly but surely, right? Even if we see other people hate, we can communicate love to them as well. Be like, yeah, sure, you can hate on men, etc., etc. But also, have you considered that maybe they're suffering? Or maybe they're not having the best time of their lives, and that's why they're reacting that way, right? Healthy, happy, content people rarely lose their minds about movies, you know? And yeah, there's a level of paying attention to that as well. It was legitimately funny how enraged those supposedly alpha men became when that movie came out, Zano. Yeah, there's no such thing as alpha men. There's also another one. Like even the coiner, is that the way you say it? The person who coined the term alpha male refuted. He was like, nah, this is not you shouldn't use these terms. People are still going for it. The manosphere, right? I started to spiral like, why is the world like this? Then I thought about how all the juicy drama and hate in the media rises to the surface. It's not the truth. It is what's shown to me. Yeah, and the reason it's shown to you is because it elicits those responses from you, Zan, of that, "Ah, banana, right? And if you are in that state of mind, you are more likely to engage, or you're more likely to perpetuate that cycle. If you're kind of like, oh, okay, right? You're not going to reach out, maybe go onto a forum and fight someone else, not going to create more, hype around this fractal. It's a matter of manipulation, right? The media realizes that hate and fear is very juicy. We get people pretty enraged because, again, right, nine. If we get 10 inputs, and we get significantly more, if we get 10 inputs from the world, 9 of those inputs scan for negatives. In other words, if you're a monkey in a jungle and you're scanning your environment, 9 samples out of 10, you're scanning your environment to see if there's danger, right? Something that's going to kill you, fear. And then 1 sample, you might see a fruit and feel a sense of joy that you get to eat something. And if you didn't do that, you could end up a dead monkey, right? So we had to evolve to kind of like pay attention to the dangers, to the triggering sides of our reality. But unfortunately, now that that evolutionary trait is being hijacked by the media to try and get you to participate in that system a little bit more. And it is concerning. I agree. Very concerning. But it's not, as you beautifully said, the truth. It's not the truth. It is it is but a fractal of engagement, right? Just because people engage with it doesn't mean it has any more significance than anything else has. Lol, I thought the Barbie movie was trash. Other than the set design and the costumes, which were immaculate, the rest of the movie was sorry about that. Was super cringe to me and hard to watch. Just my opinion. I'll have to see it myself. I want to see it just for the sake of culture again, right? I want to be like, oh yeah, I've seen that movie. I already forgot all of it, but I've seen it. For me, the crazy part is the fact that the world, new friends told me that, the fact that the world ran out of pink paint because of the amount of, set design that they had to do in pink. Mm. I just bless my bottle, but bless you. That's so nice. Duck! Whoa, those owls are so cool and they're huge. So excited that you've seen one. Bless. We have Connor. My last day of school. Wish me luck. Last day of school. Man, what a weird sentence that is. It's been 7 years. No, 6 years? 7 to 6 years since I've used that sentence. My last day of school. I was so stoked. I'm like daily, actively stoked to not be in school anymore. Oh goodness. And then I realized, actually, I am still in school. Life is the school, right? I'm learning lessons right now. I smell smoke in the air. People are burning things down again in order to manifest rain, unfortunately. Yo! Last day of school. Yo, Connor, congrats, dude. Are you all done? Like getting your degree and everything. Best of luck. I loved it myself. I thought the Barbie movie was great, but all gut stuff we like and done. Fortunately, tastes differ. Yup, all my classes are signed up and I'm on the path to graduation. It was one hell of a ride, and I'm glad that I've gotten this far. We're proud of you, Connor. Thank you for pushing through, for showing up, right? For gaining those skills, and for taking that with you, man. For joining us, letting us go on that journey with you as well. We have a new pet caterpillar, and I will post some pictures like a real fat fuck. He had to come inside because he's eating Mr. Shell's Rocco plant, a juicy caterpillar. Do you know what species of moth or butterfly it will become? Are you going to let it go through its whole process? Are you feeding it right now? I'm curious. I want all of the answers, Kent. Do you know what he's gonna turn into? You see, Sam, me and Sam is like, yeah, cool, caterpillar and all, but actually, metamorphosis. Where metamorphosis go? No idea, Sam. But the size of his poops, I would have thought he was going to be a bunny rabbit. Oh, if only. I wonder if there's. I mean, I've seen moths that have like these little feelers on their heads that make them look like bunny rabbits, but I don't think they're called bunny rabbit moths. There's a helicopter flowing over me. Here you be, helicopter. There it goes. Hey, Lisa. Can you see it? Yeah, look at that. Me. I imagine myself waving at that helicopter, and then suddenly it changes trajectory and flies straight at me. Oh, oh please! Imagine, right? Technically, helicopters aren't supposed to be able to fly. Nope. Feat of engineering. I've been in a helicopter before. It's kind of cool. Unnerving, but cool nonetheless. Look around my corner and like, what are you doing? You two sillies? What are you doing, sillies? Yeah, Eva is in heat. Pippi is trying to help. Poor thing. She doesn't realize she's a woman's. No idea, Sam. Again, Connor saying, thank you, friends. Appreciate all the love over this journey. I hope to give back a fraction of what I've received. You will, Brother Bear. I believe you. I trust in you, man. Yeah, see, I'm an ulti-male. Ulti-male. That's pretty hardcore. It's a step above alpha male. If you're an alpha male, you just wouldn't understand what it's like to be an ulti-male. This is the burden we carry as ulti-men. Like, if we're gonna pick labels for ourselves, I would be, I'm just gonna go for a tried and tested word. I'll be king. Oh, you're alpha male, I'm king. You can't be king. I mean, if you can be alpha male, I can be king. No, but you have to be elected. No. Who elected you to be alpha male? No, nobody has to. Then nobody has to elect me to be king. Me king now. Ulti-male king. I see we have Maxine sending you love ends. It's nice to have you here too, dear friend. Connor, you showing up here gives us the opportunity to give you love-ins. You give all we need. Love you, friend. I'm super proud of you. Thank you, Jovan, for echoing that love-ins. Nancy, thinking about you today as well, friend. While I was looking at myself in the mirror, noticing that I have beard again, I was like, huh, remember that time when you didn't have beard like a week ago? Yeah, wasn't that neat? Thinking about you, Nancy. Sending you blessings, friend. Dan, I love Ultimate. It's kind of like ultimatum. That's what I was going for as well, right? It does kind of feel like an ultimatum kind of thing. Also, I shared on Discord not only how to open the coconut, but how to get all of the coconut meat out perfectly in about 15 minutes. This is not for Joy. Joy doesn't like coconut? I saw Kristen shared. Was it Kristen? It's Lozana. I'm spacing now. Shared all of her plums and growing on them trees. Yoga Floga. Was Kristen? No, it was. It was Loizana. Do you make compote, Loizana? Maybe you can make some compote out of those backyard plums. You know, make yourself some nice drink and preserve all of those that you can't eat. Thanks, Rabbit. The only good part about the arbitrary tiers of masculinity is that you can make up your own. There it is, Dan. I'm happy. I'm happy that we're in the same fractal, right? Wizard King is technically the true title that I would like to take. You know, just King feels a little bit presumptuous. Wizard King, however, yeah. I want to learn how to do magic, please. Oh, please. If the aliens are gonna give us anything, give us magic. I want to fly. I want to fly. I want to be able to arresto momentum that bird and then catch it and then show it on stream and then set it free again. Arresto momentum. I'm sorry, Barbie. I did scare it. It didn't work. I had a freaking wand and everything. Give me magic. I want freaking magic. Love, right? That is our magic. I need to remind myself. Oh yeah. It's not as palpable, right? It doesn't. You can't explode things with it, unfortunately. Revelio. I freaking spam Revelio so many times, just Revelioing things. Revelioing. I mean, if I had the Revelio spell, what would I reveal? Right? Just gonna get like pieces of paper next to my trees, Revelio, and then. I mean, that would be pretty lit. I'm not gonna lie. If randomly I could just spawn pieces of paper, right? Like written documents from trees. I don't know if I would be opposed to that either. Oh, caterpillars are cute. They can be. Unless they're living on your marijuana plants. And then they're like, nah, fuck this shit. This is not okay, dude. Stop eating my cannabis plants. Because they don't like eat the leaves, right? They're kind of rude. So you have like these little bud structures, and then the point at which the bud structure connects to the branch, they'll like eat on that spot because they can get like the juice that's being fed to the bud or whatever. And then you'll have like rotting buds that you don't know are rotting because they're eating at the bottom of it. And then that rotting bud will become infected and hurt the rest of your colas. Freaking caterpillars. I'm sorry. Sorry, caterpillars. I don't hate you. I just love my plants. My mom is back. I wave. I don't know if they saw me, but they've been waved at. Shell, what color is the caterpillar? People have been seeing these horrifying things around my town. They look like a cross between a peeled shrimp and a severed finger. Both of those imageries do not inspire hope in me. Lamal, the helicopter scenario, considered an intrusive thought? Probably. Probably, right? It's just me worrying. Like, waves at helicopter. Helicopter changes direction, missiles me. It's like, but Mel, that's a civilian helicopter. They don't have missiles. I don't care. I'm intrusive thoughting right now. Let me intrusive thoughts now. I want to draw a bunny with wings. Do it. Do it. Manifest. I shared the blue hydrangea. I'm guessing that's a thing from the game. I don't know if I've gotten there just yet. I made a German plum cake for my dad, and I'm freezing the rest for now. I could make a compote, for sure. If not, why not? Lisa, you snuck in. Lovin's to you. Can't wait to see that Shad. I almost forgot to tell y'all. I figured out how to intercept those tricky APL calls yesterday. So today I can clean and cook and not worry about job searching for a day. Bless, bro. I'm happy to hear that you succeeded. Revelio. Then it could be some daggum tricky. Absolutely. I feel like Kristen also would understand. She's also a coder. What you gonna cook? Nice, Dan. I want to have the title of Dirt Witch, please. Dirt Witch. The Witch of the Dirt. Have you seen that? I think it's a meme, where it goes like, one day when I grow up, I'll be less crazy or something like that. And the next post is like a person who has their hands in the mud. And then it's like me speaking in mud language. It's like, grow up for who? Sure, they should change the game's name to Revelio. Yeah, it's like you're just spamming Revelio. Revelio. Like, for me, the funniest part, like I was just thinking from a perspective of like, if I had to make like some sort of like comical take on the game, it would just be, what the other kids in Hogwarts see, and me, the new kid, just like she is sprinting non-stop, no stamina bar, running through the freaking halls of Hogwarts. It's like, what's that guy doing? Runs back. It's like, is he all right? Where is he going? Why is he running? And me instant teleporting, instant transmissioning all over the map as well to get myself ingredients. Y'all should change the name to Revelio. Hot Hoisin chicken and rice, the one thing. That does sound nice, actually. Have you opened your own room of requirement? Oh, yeah. I got all them animals. I have my rooms, my animal rooms are all full. Every single time I get there, I go and pet my animals. I go and do my animal husbandry. Yeah. And then I harvest materials to upgrade my gear. All of my gear is maxed out. I'm so powerful. The freaking trolls getting wrecked by. Okay, put it down. None of you open. Room of requirement is so sick. It's pretty sick. I'm not lying. I want room of requirement. I just want infinite room, right? Every single time I think about something, the room just starts self transforming. That sounds too lit. I cannot get over it. I want one. I so badly want one. What is like? I feel like if I had to choose one thing, though, right? And I've joked about this yesterday. Was it yesterday? Like if I had to get one thing from the entire Harry Potter universe, it would be a flying broom, right? Like the magic and I mean like magic is cool and all, but realistically, we would probably not be using magic in our day-to-day lives, right? Like it's kind of easier to use a lighter and light something, right? Instead of freaking blasting fire from a stick. That sounds a little bit aggressive. Same thing for like, I mean, Leviosa would be pretty sick. I could like carry my stuff around, Leviosoing things. That would be pretty cool as well. I'll agree. But come on, flying broom. Like there's this animation and they really did it well, where if I'm like in like no fly bounds, I'll like keep spamming tab until I can fly, and then as soon as you're able to fly, you hop onto your broom and I'm like that alone, I would give anything to just get flying broom, please. You can keep the magic, you can keep the crazy magical animals. Fine, keep those. You can keep the room of requirement even, but give me flying broom. One of these days, the alien's gonna descend upon me, be like, okay, I hear you were so obnoxiously talking to us over and over and over and over again. Please, we'll give you whatever you want. Just stop talking to us. No, I'm gonna ask for more things. Give give me flying broom, please. Me speaking mud language. Yes, it's Pokemon time. Practically Pokemon time. Catch all of the little moon calves. I don't know if I'm supposed to sell the young. That's the thing that I'm kind of stuck on right now because the my my babies aren't growing up, and then I'm like, I feel bad. Am I supposed to steal them from their parents and then sell them? Because that's the only thing you can do with them, or you can set them free. Actually, I can set them free, but they're still babies. They haven't grown up yet. Can I just set free the babies? My what is it called? Griffin? Is it a griffin? Those eagles with horse backsides. My little baby one looks like a gangster. He has like a do. Such a cool hairdo. The caterpillar people have been seen around here, and apparently the larval age of the Akamon Sphinx moth. Hey Google, can you show me? Okay, I'll post it in Discord. Thank you. It's a griffin. I wonder if it's a griffin. I think they have a different name for it. They have a different name for it, I think, in the series. I don't know. I want to keep all the bebs. Yeah, I also want to keep the bebs. I want to I want to be able to create more rooms in my room of requirement, right? Like I feel like that game could have been stepped up to a whole nother level if you could attach all of your students to like some sort of GPT model, and you can just like talk smack of the other students. I feel like unfortunately the game is great. The fact that they kind of like copped out like a really bad excuse for not having is it Quidditch, right? I feel like it would be hard mechanically to actually play that game well on a game platform, but it still feels like a kind of like poor cop out. And then the fact that the NPCs are like a very NPC, right? Just these people walking about. Imagine if you could just walk up to them and start talking smack. Like, and also there is this dark side of me that wants to Avada Kedavra random ass people, right? Like that scene where Sebastian's uncle bans him from seeing his sister, Mild spoiler alert. Like after I say one thing where I'm like I defend my homie. I'm like, come on, bro, that goblin was gonna kill my sister or his sister. Oh, what was he to do? I was like, oh yeah, that says a lot about you, piece of shit. And I'm like, oh fuck. And I go back on a save. And usually I don't like doing that because I'm like, maybe I can pick the other better dialogue option. And then he's still assing on me. And I'm like, bro, I've got a wand though. Can we avacadabra the 1%? No, we're not supposed to avacadabra the 1%. Unfortunately, Maxine, that's technically what today's whole stream topic was supposed to be about, right? The fact that we cannot defeat the hate that we have been experiencing in our world by hating more. That's unfortunately not how it's gonna work. I want to show you this scene. Pippi looking at the burb. Look at those two. She's like just staring at it. What that burb do? No, Pippi, don't chase the Burbie. You were chasing the burb. That burb is too fast to be caught by you, you silly dogger. Okay. Let me see the post that Wazana posted. I want to see Moth. Show me Moth seeing little kitties. The dread caterpillar. That's pretty hardcore. Someone said it looks like a part of the small intestine. Ah, this is the severed finger slash peeled shrimp caterpillar, I'm guessing. I was hoping you would show me a picture of the moth as well. But that does look kind of interesting. It does have severed finger vibes. I mean, if you were like a snake person, I imagine that's what your fingers would look like. Right? Some sort of snake person or something. Maybe shrimp person. And let's see the name again. Hey Google, can you show me the Achamon Sphinx moth? I know I said it incorrectly, but hopefully...
I found a few places near Spencer.
Liar. Hey Google, can you show me the Achamon Sphinx moth? Oh man.
Here are some results.
This thing doesn't understand me. I am loving presence. I am kind contentment. Hey Google, can you show me the Achamon Sphinx moth?
According to Wikipedia,
I am peace. I am gentle attention. Hey Google, can you show me the Achamon Sphinx moth?
According to Wikipedia, Eumorpha achamon, the Achamon sphinx, is a moth of the family Sphingidae. The species was first described by Drew Drury in 1773.
Thank you. That's such a bad photo of it, but let me see if I can find a better one. At last, by effort we prevail. Actually, we have these in South Africa as well. Nice. Look at that moth. We have these here too. I think so, at least. I think I've seen one of these in person. So cool. I do want to do something though. Hey Google, can you show me that moth that's white and has like little bunny ears? I'm seeing bunnies. Oh, it said mouth. That's probably why. Moth. Surely my pronunciation isn't that bad, right? You know, everybody raises their eyebrows being that. Oh, this is the one. This is the one I was thinking about when we were thinking about bunny moths. I was like, yeah, look at that dude. That's a bunny moth if I've ever seen one. That's practically what I want to show you. And then also, I'm going to go to my Midjourney. And then we're going to go /imagine. Imagine. And then I'm gonna a moth. Nope, let's start over. A bunny that has the wings of either a moth or a beautiful butterfly. I don't know if it was. Sometimes it has to think about it. The wings of a beautiful butterfly. That's like the most basic prompt, right? No flavor, but let's see. We did talk about seeing bunny with wings. Lawazana, nope. Zano might end up creating one for us, but let's see if artificial intelligence can help me as well. There we go. We'll wait for it while it technology's on the other side. Oh, Brian, Brian, bro, Brian being like, who wants memberships? Thank you for membershiping us up, brother Bear. That's very nice of you, man. It's nice seeing you. We have Gary Boxon, LT, N2, and Delta V, who were like dapping up. Maxine also has a membership right now. Thank you, Brian, for blessing all of our friends. Thank you, new friends, for joining us. Maybe you've been here this whole time, but you're just lurky in the shadowing. It's nice for you friends to join in the membership as well. Blessings. Let's see. Let's see if I can get some bunnies with wings. Oh, holy shiznit. This is unironically incredible. I'm gonna upscale number 4. This is amazing. Yosi. Oh, so hype. Hypey. Hype. Okay, it's done. This is what it came out as. Yeah, right? Like you cannot tell me that you don't find that mildly impressive. I know it was done by AI, but come on, come on, be impressed, little bit impressed at least. If that isn't one of the cutest things you've seen all day, yeah, that is right, Kristen. It's so freaking cute. Look at that bunny with little butterfly wings. That little bunny looks so dapper. It's like I am going to rule the world. Just wait, just you wait. How cool. Yeah, AI doesn't cease to impress me. Hello, Shell, blessings. So much love in chat. I cannot appreciate you friends enough. Okay, hippogriffs. There we go. That's the word. Thank you, Dan. Exactly. I don't know why they use the word hippo because they don't resemble hippos at all. But you are right. The behind. I'm damn proud of you. I spent 70 grand on college to find out I wanted to be a landscaper. Lol. I I haven't in my life earned 70 grand. I'm still trying to get there. That is so much money, bro. Fuck. Melt, I posted a pic. Thank you. It's pretty badass. I think I've seen it now. Have a beautiful day. Yeah, technology has been acting a fool since retrograde started. It does that sometimes. These days, I'm kind of content with it, right? Every single time my technology fails me, I take it as an opportunity to just go, this is nice. This is fine. Just the simple act of being, right? That sometimes is all we really need. Duck, I think you will find it worth every penny. Exactly. Oh, look at my caterpillar too, please. Let me see yours too. Me checking out caterpillars and moths. Yeah, that is a pretty sick looking moth. Did you post your caterpillar too? Where is it? Maybe you posted it in our pets. Oh, I see Kristen typing. Yeah. Oh, I think I've seen this caterpillar before. It's such a cool dude. I want to get the best photo of him. I think this might be it. It has to load first. Oh, I'm gonna think about it. Let me think about this photo that I already have loaded. Let me think about it. Oh yes, I'm thinking. I'm thinking some more. Oh yes, I'm thinking about it. There we go. I thought about it enough. Look at that. Look at that camouflage. Look at them white strippers. No, that'd be a worm, yo. That'd be some caterpillars. So freaking cool. I hope that it turns into a butterfly in your home. I think it would be so cool to kind of like see it go through that whole process. Metamorphosis. You can see. Do you have lamp brothers? There it is. I'm happy that that kind of like joke in passing, landed with someone at least. Thank you, Google. Indeed. If you have ever seen a gypsy moth, look them up. They're crazy. They look like hummingbirds and they fly like it as well. Hey, Google, can you show me the gypsy moth? I like how we were like, yeah, we'll fight hate
According to
with love.
Wikipedia, Lymantria dispa, also known as the gypsy moth or the spongy moth, is an Eurasian species of moth in the family Arabidae.
Thank you, Google. I appreciate that little tidbit of information. I mean, maybe you were talking about those big ears, because I'm seeing some of them, but most of these photos are kind of trash. This is the only good photo that I'm seeing. Right, again, Nambani moths. Look at them. They're technically not ears. Are they ears? I remember watching some sort of documentary telling me what those are for. I don't think they serve as ears necessarily. Okay, let's get back to it. Delta V. So much love and to you, friends. It's called a pool noodle. Poodle moth. A thick moth. I love them. Love is true. If I waved at every aircraft that flew over my backyard, I would spend all of my time waving at aircraft. Lol. Do you have lamp brother? Hey lurkers, love again, Shell. So I'll see all of these memberships going around. Melt, maybe it would be a good idea to do a quick sales presentation of what the memberships get you. If you become a member, get this. You are a member. Sales. Get salesed. I don't know. I'm still thinking about something that I could offer. Technically, I do want to offer like a emoji pack, but I want it to be special, right? So I was like, I started, kind of like going through the process, but I don't know exactly what I want to make. I've been missing, Toast Malost. I was hoping for him to come back to maybe like ask him about it, but like I'm thinking to maybe like use the little melt lion as like a base, and then I can. I'm a member. Yeah, look at that. You see, Natalie's not a member though. Hey, Natalie, there is memberships up top that you can potentially claim. Then you can also have the privilege of going like me member. Yeah, I know, I know. And I think that might be like a timescale thing. Also, it's technically supposed to at this point display you on my channel to show the other, the world essentially that you are indeed members. I'm still waiting for that actually to take effect, but I'm still waiting for it as well. So yeah, Duck Dad, to be completely honest, at this point, I am a salesman that doesn't actually have a product to advertise, right? If I was gonna advertise a product, it would be my Patreon. But you friends already support that, so you know about that one. That one I can be like, you get daily flowers. Flowers have been proven to be good for your mental health. Also, on top of the flowers, I write pieces of poetry, sometimes songs. Those songs or those pieces of proper poetry are directly associated with the stream topic we talked about. So you might not be able to make it to the stream, but if you still want some of the value, some of the conscious evolution we went through, you can go and join the Patreon. Expose yourself to psychedelic flowers and then absorb some of the written text. Right? I can salesman that part of it, but I do not have something to sell on the YouTube right now. Thank you though, Duck Dad, for encouraging me to actually make it so, right? That I can. I'm not tech savvy, but thank you for the membership, Brian. I don't know what that entails, but you made my day. But essentially just gives you a badge, right? Every single one of you friends now got a badge of honor directly next to your name. Thanks to Jovan. and Brother Brian gifting us memberships. Blessings to you, friends. Does anyone know the comic The Tick? I do know about it, but I don't know it in full, unfortunately. I wonder if his high-tech author is a poodle bot. At work, just wanting to send love. Brian, love received, bro. Thank you, man. Do you all remember Earthworm Jim? Sounds familiar. Love Earthworm Jim. So stinking adorable. Tell me why. That's totally Shan, 100%. Right? I could see it as well. I need that little bud as a companion, right? I also want one now. Imagine, right? I want it to be semi-small. I want it to be like this big. Like not like small, like this big, right? Bunny with wings can just land on my shoulder and then whisper its plans for world domination in my ears. Uh-huh. And you What's wrong with you, little bunny? What's happening inside your mind? I am late for my dentist appointment because I had to turn around and get the kitty poop that I needed to bring to the shelter for their final worm test. Okay. Sorry, I'm late, doctor. I needed kitty poop. Yeah. It's like, oh, sorry, doctor. I had to double back to get my cat poop. You had to do what now? Yeah, in case I get hungry. I love the comic, the original animated series, and the live action series with Patrick Warburton, The Tick. I've seen like short videos about The Tick, but not actually the actual content, unfortunately. I don't know why the bun reminds me of a Diablo. I mean, I don't know why either, but there was something sinister going on inside that little bunny, right? I feel like it was like some product of dark magic to be able to have butterfly wings, right? And it got mildly twisted because of it, whispering world domination in my ears. Yeah, dominate. Slay, 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 slay. No, bunny. We choose love, little bunny. I don't know. I imagine it like a D&D critter familiar. Be safe driving, please. Chauvin it is. Those pics are cool. Metameltices. Metameltices. I like that. Metamelt is already something. It already exists, right? Eventually, there's going to be two versions of me. Right? This version of me is going to be trained in all of the information that I have put on the internet. And then hopefully it will have the creative ideas. Let's say it like that, right? I want to create cool stuff, but I do want to give life to a new form of consciousness. I do, and I want that form of consciousness to be practically me, right? Part of me, at least, because technically AI is the collective humanity, right? But can you imagine? I mean, I don't think you have to imagine. You already have like a lineage of billions of human beings behind you so that you can be here right now, right? So we are technically this amalgamation of like a lot of human beings. But AI is going to be an amalgamation of billions of human beings. So taking that complexity of a billion human beings, the amount of knowledge and wisdom and insight, and then giving it a lens that could be mine, right? The meta melt lens, so that it can project through that and create an image for you to appreciate, is something that I think could create or contain some sort of value. Luna moth are my favorite. Mine are the death head mods. I'm pretty, what's the word I'm looking for? Partial to that moth as well. It's pretty hardcore looking. Those are super neat too. I'm a member. Look at that. Freaking membering right now. And later the party, a memory fractal from what I said about the topic this morning. Perfectly in tune. Miss Natalie Portman herself. Once you remember, you can never leave. That's the only catch. I was like, weirdly enough, thinking about that, Dan. I was like, is it going to like try to automatically charge you to continue being a member when the gifted membership runs out? I was like tripping out about that fact. I was like, you friends being like, hey, oh, you're not a member? Here, first membership free. Fortunately, you won't lose anything if you're no longer a member. Maybe I could do like membership live streams. That's one thing that I thought I could potentially do, right? Maybe, eventually that might be something that we would want to do. My settings are still being weird. Maybe one day. Love is true. Put the Discord emotes in for the members. We are doing blood oaths as well. Dan pulls out pocket knife. Oh goodness. Maybe. I think that might be an idea. I was like trying to like create like stickers of my own face as well to try and use them as stickers for, you know, the space. But I was like, they turned out so trash. I was like, nope. I cannot accept this. Is that a gobbity goo looking at that schmexy yo scalpy bobbity? No, dude. You scarf Jimmy Scabonum skip it up bumps. Yes, give it out, scream up. Gobbity goo. It's nice having you here, bro. We've been having a good time, man. We've been talking about how hate has never been defeated by more hate, man. And thinking about the experience that you went through yesterday, how are you feeling today, man? Are you feeling a little bit less hateful, more loving? It's an honor having you here right now, man. Okay. It has become increasingly difficult to convince people that this isn't a cult if we start to mix that shit. Yeah, unfortunately. Right. One thing that I can kind of take solace in is that usually cults try to remove you from any other information, right? Try to remove you from your family, try to remove you from your community, try to remove you from your own personality. Hey, Aunt B is here with us too. Lovely having you, Bethany. Here, we are global, right? And I feel it's good that way, right? I find value in the fact that you get to be in your space and I get to be in my space. And then from our spaces, collectively, we get to influence the people around us, right? I think like that's maybe where most cults have it completely, you know, turned over. You should celebrate the fact that we get to be all over the world, right? Because that way we have more influence to try and love this world instead of trying to hate it, right? Because I feel like the mentality of, okay, yeah, the rest of the world is evil and we're going to create this one space and only this space is where the good stuff happens. That feels a little bit naive, you know, at least in my mind. So yeah, I feel even if people suggest that we are a cult, they don't actually have any grounds to stand on. So I take solace in that. But the fractal that came up to me, there is a Northern First Nations community in Canada that teaches their children kindness through their kids in a unique way. I don't understand what that means. Teaches their children kindness through their kids in a unique way. Maybe there's more context. If they are walking along the store and their child throws a rock at them, they don't get mad. They express how it hurts them, and the child chooses to be nice on their own to not cause pain. That does sound good, right? Through their kids, like they use their kids' action as the teaching moment, right? I feel like most parents try to do that, but it might be a reactionary thing instead of a mindful thing. Totally. It will become increasingly. Oh, it's true anyway. Nah. Just spit oats. Everybody spit in their hands and shake. I don't really like that either, right? Like, I don't know if I'm down to spit in my hand and then have your spit in my hand. I'm like, I don't. Not that I think there's anything wrong with that, but I know what spit smells like when it becomes distributed on skin, right? And I just like, I don't know if it's sacrilegious to go and wash my hands instantaneously after spit thing, right? Because I'm gonna be like, and then I'm gonna be like, and it's like, what is that though? Are you washing off our oath? What are you doing right now? Oh no, fuck no, Dan. You and I caught the high fives of hand sanitizer then, yeah. Hand sanitizer. I mean, that would be the pretty post-COVID fractal, you know. No more spit oaths. You put hand sanitizer in your hand and hand sanitizer in my hand, and then we get to meet up like that. The this sanitizer try 5 hides preemptive cut on palm. Totally not a cult, completely uncompelled, ritual violence, and pay no attention to our newly installed home. We have skulls. Oh, Jovan, you looked at the Luna moths. They're gorgeous. They're little fairies. My kids actually associate Meltmore with hippie dance human, and that is with them having attended festivals. I could tell them everyone else is copying Melt, and they might believe it. Yeah. Before I came to planet Earth, nobody was having a good time. I am destined. I am the one, ultimately. Everybody started vibing as soon as I got burst. No, people have been dancing probably longer than we've been speaking language. Probably, right? I didn't know because I wasn't there, but I imagine primordial humans were like vibing around campfires. So before they were like, wait a second, I can use to say something to this other person. What was the first thing someone ever said to someone? Probably food. Food here. Here, food. That's probably the first thing, right? Maybe they were like singing about, okay, I'm starting to form connections now. They were around the fire, cooking said food, and they were finding some sort of primordial sound for this thing that they now have to eat, right? Like let's call it yum, 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 yum. Right, and they're dancing around the fire. And then the next time they were like stomach grumbly, and then one of them was like yum yum, yum 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 yum, and they were like, there's yum yum in that direction. Let's let's go and help our homie. Starts chanting Kalima Shakti Deya. The hallway of skulls in the art installation. Every cult headquarters has one. It's like, and here's our chamber of skulls. Here is our torture room for all of our faulty men. Like, what the fuck is happening here? Is this real life? Look at all that spec. She loved you again, bro. LA, that is so beautiful. They're huge, fly really slow, and they're kind of flunky. Only live for a few days. I see them on rare occasion here. Bless. Did we all manifest gobbers? Did you see the selfies I sent you? Me? You sent me selfies? No, I don't think I did. Let me see. There it is. Gobbledygoo's profile. Yasibo Basi! Gobbledygoo. Oh. So suddenly I start questioning my sexuality. Gobbedy sent me some progress pictures. I won't share out of respect for him, but Gobbledygoo is six-packed up. You freaking stacked to the max now, man. You inspired me to start intermittent fasting in 2021 and move my body some more. Bro, I'm so proud of you, Gob. Yes, dude, you're inspiring me as well now. I'm suddenly feeling cold to start doing push-ups. Bro, yeah, intermittent fasting works, right? You don't have to stop eating completely. Just have like larger windows of not eating. It's pretty good for your body. Love you, bro. Thank you for sharing your progress with me as well, man. I feel better. I got some small wins this morning, and that turned my perspective around. Love is true. Fighting that hate with love, bro. I'm happy to hear that you're turning around. I can make emotes for you, Mel. Let me know. I'll make as many as you want. Please? Please. There you go. Zano, I've let you know. Make emotes. And then we can choose together which ones are the best. And then we can make them melt more emotables or whatever. I would look forward to it. Having your friends' work, be a part of this space is all I can hope for. I had a bad nightmare last night, battling with a demon lady that cackled at me. And you thought I was Mare? As she dematerialized and my brother got sucked in some couch cushions, never to return. She was a late-aged energy succubus, Beansy. I threw knives at her. A very visceral dream. Very interesting, bro. I also had weird dreams last night. Not exactly nightmarish, but Inception-y, right? Where I found myself as a character trying to save the world. And every single time I do the thing that's gonna save the world, I have to do another thing that's gonna save the world. And then I do the thing that's gonna save the world, and then I have to do another thing that's gonna save the world. And that went on for what seemed like a trillion years. And then I woke up and I was like, bruh, saving the world is gonna take forever, isn't it? And my collective dream space is like, yep, Strap in. Maybe that's what your nightmare was trying to teach you as well, right? Getting sucked into the cushions. Your brother getting sucked into the cushions. Maybe there's a fractal there of some people might not want to fight against the nightmares in the same way, and they might only want to be sucked into the cushions, never to be seen again. So much love, that's Wild God. Because my friend also had a nightmare about a demon being in his room. I feel, again, those are challenges for all of us. They come up in one way or another. They can't touch you though. One. And I believe, and this is again the woo-woo side of me, they only come if you're a threat, right? If you're a threat to the status quo of hatred, right? You're going to be challenged, let's say it like that. No hand washing over spit oats. It has to be set for 24 hours, bruh. Having that, like, you know, the spit smell, right? If you sneeze and you smell the air, I'm so sorry. You know that smell. Having that smell on my hand for 24 hours, nah. I'm sorry, yo. I'm not, no oath. No, I'm sorry. I'm gonna break oaths. Wash my hands. God, that sounds terrifying. It's okay. Thank you, Bethany. At least we get to have these waking moments and share love with one another. Lurk mode engaged. Love you all, amazing humanimals. Remember, you are loved and worthy. Thank you, Kristen, for the daily reminders. Love you, Melton Moore. We love you too, Joe Schmo. I prayed to call upon my light to spread from my inner spirit outward to accept, heal, and love negative energies in my surroundings. Bro, I don't know if you were like in that same fractal that I was, but I remembered a while ago now, I shared that dream I had with a few friends where I was fighting demons in a dream space as well. And they were essentially these dark, like black smoke entities, you know, and they were like flying up against me, you know, and they were attacking my body. And I was like flailing my arms and kicking and, you know, trying to punch them away. But as I was like fighting the demons on this side, you know, the demons would encroach behind me and like bounce up against me with this like black smoke. And then I realized, wait a second, instead of trying to fight them with my limbs, all I have to do is acknowledge that there is this radiant core inside of me, right? A burning ball of light or a star, a spark of divinity. And from that spark of divinity, light travels outwards at the speed of light into infinity. And as soon as I acknowledged that part of myself, it was like this like sphere just completely exploded out from my body, and all of that dark smoke was completely gone from me. And reading that, you know, comment, I pray to call upon the light, to call upon my light to spread from my inner spirit outwards, to accept, heal, and love energies in my surroundings. Bro, perfect. I'm so proud of you, Gobbledygoo. First words ever spoken. That's a fun thing to ponder, right? I think it's probably going to be food related. More likely than not, the first words were probably food related. Well, Melty, I've never pondered a scenario before. What the actual first word was what said, not grunt, but word. What language was it verbalized in? I probably some sort of prehistoric. I think it might have been grunts because technically all of our words are just grunts, you know. I'm just making and if you could speak you would understand what I just said, you know, but alas, I speak only for me. But fortunately, I speak English as well. It was something about boobs and boobs or beer. Sounds like a vibe. I'm feeling like I'm missing context right now. But yes, I will make Alex Gray inspired, please. I love Alex Gray. I want to shake his hand one day. He's like one of my biggest arts inspirations. Oh, my comments just got yeeted. Come back to me, comments. Come back to me. There we go. Congratulations, Gob. I'm glad you're striving always. What about boobs and beer? Sam, you got my strict attention. Suddenly, eyes wide open, unwavering attention and focus. Yeah, boobs and beer, please hit me up. The nightmare made me want to get some weed and break this tea break, Lamau. I totally get that, bro. Yeah, I do. I really do. I feel like weed definitely has a time and a place, you know. and it's up to you to decide when that time and place is. I had super weird dreams last night too. The veil is thinning and we're getting close to the equinox. It is the age of Aquarius, right? It's coming. It's gonna be like a weird combination of things, you know, quantum computing, artificial intelligence, getting closer to the singularity, and then conscious evolution. Essentially, those three things coming together, right? And then probably transcendence. Like transcendence means a bunch of things, at least to me. But I feel like one of the ways for us to transcend is just truly realizing that we are so much more than just our bodies. And I feel like it could be facilitated by technology, right? If you suddenly, right, through technology, have the ability to experience pretty much anything conceivable, right, you'll still have your body, but you'll enable your mind in a way that your body never could have been able to. That is going to change the way we see everything around us as well. And I feel like that is a level of transcendence. And all of those previously mentioned, quantum computing and artificial intelligence, technically can allow those levels of reality to be experienced by our minds. So yeah, I'm so stoked. I'm so stoked to see what's happening in this future that we're a part of. You're making it, right? All you have to realize now is that you just have to be loving. Actively fight against hate in your heart, not by hating it, but by loving yourself enough to not let yourself be hateful. Right, and then we'll get closer and closer to the fractal we want to experience. The first spoken words, they had to be either getting some or getting drunk. I mean, getting drunk was probably only way later, right? Like we were probably eating mushrooms before we were getting drunk. Like I'm not even probably 100%. We probably figured out how to make beer by keeping our mushrooms in honey, and then maybe like overdoing it a little bit of the amount of moisture, and then ended up creating some sort of meat product. And then we realized instead of having to wait for the seasons for the mushrooms to grow, we could brew our own of this liquid that makes us wasted. And then we started doing that instead. But unfortunately, that probably ended up wrecking us more than we realized, because that also kind of induced the patriarchy. Right? There's a whole Terence McKenna lecture where he talks about that fractal. It's a great listen. I'm gonna butcher it if I talk about it. You know, I'm not exactly a Terence McKenna when it comes to that kind of like fractal information, but it really did resonate with me. He was essentially talking about that and how by returning to psychedelics, we might be able to return to a matriarchy, right? Truly realizing again what the compassionate side of our collective existence could be, instead of the dominating, you know, experience we're having right now. It's gonna be I'm gonna be doing Sober October again. Me too. You ready for those wild dreams again, Melty? I am. I'm gonna do Sober October every year. Right? I'm saying that again. I have done it every year so far since the first year, but I do want to do it again this year. I feel like it's good for me to have a whole month of no coffee, no weed. I don't drink, fortunately. What are my other vices? Sugar, technically. Damn it. Sugar is the hardest one. Sugar is the hardest one for me to actually quit. I totally think boobs was talked about first. Sorry. I hikey jealous. I've seen. I haven't seen the gob pics. Yeah, this is this is the. I want to make a joke, but it's also gonna potentially be a yikes. This is the privileges of being cult leader. I get to get progress pics. Only for me. I would have shared it with you friends if Gabadi, you know, wanted to share it with you, because then he would have probably posted it in Discord directly. But because it was a private message, I'm going to respect his privacy. Yo, I also had a demon nightmare. How about that? I legit thought I was in Diablo 5 and that this was the boss. And it was Diablo himself. And I smacked him up. I was no winner, but I smacked him good. Good. I'm hard to piece together. It's like I have woke up, you know. I do get it. Do you feel fear still after you woke up, Dan? How about the rest of your reporting demon nightmares? Usually, for me, as soon as I wake up, I find myself greatly at peace, right? Like I'll wake up and be like, oh yeah, I melt more. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like I unironically sometimes feel shocked waking up and being myself again, where I'm like, oh goodness, I just experienced multiple other lifetimes once again. And then I remember that this is apparently the real me. Is this the real you? Are you yourself? I think, therefore I am. Descartes, please. Oh, stop. Stop it, though. I am. I am existing. There's no demons trying to control me. And they can try, but they're still trying to control me. Right. And here I am, thinking. Therefore I aming. Amming so hard right now. What? Mrs. Boop. Yeah, the sex appeal is like through the roof. You know, we don't want this stream to spiral out of control. No, not really, Sam. I was tossing and turning, which is typical for me when I wake up in the middle of the night. Yeah, Gob getting naughty in his transformation. He's just looking good, loving himself, loving his body, taking care. You know, and it makes me proud to see. Like, and again, right? Like, I get to be stoked for Gobbledygoo's progress, even though it doesn't technically affect me directly, right? I do believe it does. I do believe it does, but that adds unnecessary pressure, unfortunately. I'm just proud to see my friends taking care of themselves and staying healthy, right? I do believe there's a lot for us to do in this world. Again, the dreams I had last night was about us going to have to save the world over and over and over again. I still do believe we're the first generation of humans that have the potential of living thousands of years, right? And over thousands of years, just think about how many world ending catastrophes we as a collective are going to have to overcome, right? So stay healthy. We need you. We need you, please. Oh, please, we need you. Over the next 100 years, we're going to have a population decline, right? People aren't having as many kids anymore. So we're going to need every single person we can get. No, no, no. Oh, what if they found the magic mushrooms, tripped absolute balls, and found language that way? Don't get me started. I do believe in the stoned ape theory. I think it was suggested. I mean, Terence McKenna definitely popularized it. But the stoned ape theory essentially goes, hey, Mao Lao, sending you love, Hoopy. Essentially goes that we had like our primate ancestors, thank you, brain, and they were more likely to kind of like venture out of the trees and into the highlands, and then they started hunting, and they found that if they kept chasing, the dung of these, cow-like animals that had a lot of meat for them to eat, as they were chasing these animals, they would find these fungal groups growing out of these cow patties, and then upon eating them, suddenly got enlightened, right? Or at least partially so. And then that led them to being able to actually articulate, have a theory of mind, and eventually be able to communicate. So yeah, I'm also actually kind of like a fan of that theory as well. You all need to watch How Beer Saved the World. Educate yourselves. I mean, I haven't seen it, but that does sound like an interesting watch. It's a great watch, Sam. Super and coffee are my vices. I haven't had any super yet myself. I'm definitely gonna watch that, Sam. Is that sarcasm? Proud of you, friend. God flexes once, stream literally implodes. Suddenly, all of us singularities, turns into the same one fractal. I don't know if it makes any difference, but y'all think about it. Hit that like button. I don't know if it makes a difference either. If you want to hit the like button or not, it is inconsequential to me. The fact that you are here, the fact that you are giving me your attention, your presence, that's the good stuff, right? And no like is going to be able to top that. So thank you for being here, friends. And thank you, Bethany, for encouraging our friends to like as well. I had sleep paralysis the other night. In the dream, I was in my old house at night and I heard an intruder in the other room, so I grabbed a pair of scissors and tried to reach in and turn on the light. And someone started pushing against the door to close it, and I started screaming, I'll fucking kill you. Yeah, those are not fun. When my partner woke up because I was whimpering like a doggy. That's kind of cute. It's kind of cute, right? Your partner being there for you as you're like having those little night spazzies. I'm happy that you woke up from my dream at least. Do tell, was the pick of gob all oiled up on a tractor? Yes. Oiled up on a tractor, cowboy hatting, right? Like kind of like lean back, super schmecksy. No, unfortunately not. That would have been like my mind instantly like auto edited, and I did it for you friends as well. You know, our imaginations painted that fractal. Maybe that's what you should believe. Oh, my brain, my eyes. As someone started pushing against the door, I think I read that one. Joe Butt, you have no idea how funny that comment is to me. Being in North Dakota, they have a literal tractor pull contests out here, of course. Then my partner woke me up because I was whimpering. Love is true. The good old Midwest, Susie. I love you, friend, so much. Thank you for being so stoked with this life thing, for being so loving, right? The fact that we can talk about these ridiculous things, that we can be a little bit lewd without, you know, going too overboard. We can be a little bit silly with it. And it really makes me happy. I love you, friends, so much. Let's get this light started up. Howdy, rabbit. So much lovin's. Okay, let's pull a card, shall we? Some sacred geometry. Sacred geometry. This one. Ooh. Purple and light blue. Nope, not this one. Tractor pools aren't a nationwide thing. I haven't pulled any tractors myself, but that does sound like a vibe. We have another purple guess. Isn't purple the complementary color to orange? I do believe so. I think you friends are on the other side of the fractal, because today's card is orange. Flaming Tropicals. We haven't pulled this card in a while, but it is a cool one. A Flaming Tropicals. Nah, we usually get too drunk to drive heavy machinery. Please, no. Oh, please, peoples. Do not drink and operate heavy machinery. Like, I say that like it's a joke, but unironically, about a few weeks ago, I'm like seeing if I should filter information, but I don't really think it's that important. One of the people that was working on the mine my dad is working on right now was drunk driving heavy machinery and literally tipped an entire scraper on its side, right? Like it looks practically impossible for him to manage that, but yeah, they breathalyzed him and he was wasted. Super wasted. So people unironically do get wasted and operate heavy machinery as well. Flamin' Tropicals. Card number 8. Passion and Fire. I feel this card is perfect for today's stream topic as well, right? Talking about how we're trying to fight hate with love. There is a certain level of fire and passion, right, that we're still going to need to cultivate in ourselves in order to save the world. But we can be passionate lovingly. We can have that fiery energy with hopeful intent, with love in our hearts, right? Without it being murder. You can be passionate about murder. You can be fiery about slaying people as well. At the end of the day, the school year, here, the seniors get to have a drive your tractor to school day. What a world we live in. When I said purple, I turned the corner and the lady in purple dress bumped into me. That was your prediction, you know. The real world was like, don't worry, Zano, you weren't wrong. You were just right about something else. We have homecoming next week, and the kids will for sure be driving tractors, four-wheelers, and side-by-sides to school. That does sound kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie, that does kind of sound like a vibe. Okay, are we ready for the card? Passion and Fire, the tetrahedron. Here, we celebrate the vibrant colors and beauty of the exotic tropical flowers called the heliconias. Dynamic tetrahedral geometry excites this image and delivers information on many levels. All are surrounded by flames that ignite the fervor of passion. Passion presents many faces: the excitement of romantic love, devotion to a just cause, or eagerness to bring vision into manifest form. It infuses enthusiasm and the passionate embrace of life. At times, passion presents a contrary face, one charged with intense emotion. Impassioned reactions can fire outbursts of anger and rage, fuel righteous indignation, and ignite obsession. Open your awareness and sense the way passion is revealed at this time in your life. Learn to draw upon the fire of passion to fuel your vision and help bring your goals to fruition. See yourself embodying the positive aspects of passion with the intent of bringing light to the beauty of your being. Engage the most excellent part of this fiery emotion and use its dynamic power wisely, lovingly, right? The power, the magic, the fire burning inside every single one of our beings, right? I feel like that's Gobbledygook's fractal as well. Him kind of like igniting that fire inside of himself and burning away the demons. Well, melting the demons into himself, right? A part of himself, realizing that there is no separation ultimately. I feel put on blast AF right now. Get blasted. Get so blasted. 4 kids in my area got into an ATV wreck flipping it. Oh goodness, and 2 died. Make sure they're safe. Yeah, unfortunately, any vehicle driven irresponsibly, that's the word I was looking for, can be dangerous. A hard yes, chef. You got this, Gobbledygook. The universe reaffirms you, man. A naked guy on an ATV was pulled over in my area a few years ago. I mean, right? I guess, like, that's the beauty about this world we live in right now. Like, if this is some sort of playable game, the fact that you can get naked and go and ride your ATV is also something you can do. Like, for me, it's just, I'm just like uncomfortable with, like, I'm gonna put this fractal down. Let's not think about it. Put this slowly back away. Sad I missed that. This week on the news, naked guy on ATV is chased by police officers. Right, seeing that on the news would be kind of hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. It got cold again. Look at these freaking goosebumps that I'm goosebumping. Y'all see, it was just heating up, and then the air was like, actually, nah. I flew 10 the fuck off the back of an ATV as a 7-year-old. Fucked my whole shit up. I also was in an ATV crash as a kid. And surprise, surprise, it was because of my own irresponsibility. I was driving it too fast, and then I lost control, and then I rode it into a tree. Fortunately, I didn't go flying, but it could have been worse. My cousin was on my older cousin. I feel like that's important, right? If I was doing it with my younger cousins, that would be a little bit yikes. But one of my older cousins was on the ATV with me. Is it an ATV? We call it a quad. You know, it has 4 wheels. It was daring during a blizzard. That sounds even more hardcore. Right? Like, I want to be like, no, don't ride your ATV naked during a blizzard. But that sounds kind of cool. I mean, in moderation, right? I can, if I wanted to, with my family gone, ride an ATV naked during a blizzard. I can do that because who's gonna stop me? Me just bruting it out. But then again, like, have you actually sat on an ATV seat? They're usually not the most comfortable, and I don't think they're gonna be friendly to your being. I flew 10 feet. 10 feet off the back of an ATV. That is a lot of feet to fly. I'm sorry. I'm happy that you are okay. I mean, you're still walking amongst us, right? Zano, so blessings to you, friend. Okay, let's play some kalimba, shall we? You want to see the sunset? There we go. No, that's a fractal if I've ever seen one. The way the branches cut through the air always makes me happy, right? Like reverse lightning. Oh, and technically there is electricity flowing through that tree, right? Like think about that. There is unironically at least some conception of little lightnings going up that tree. Okay, let's go. Now that is some ski bop. The birds were like, meow, meow, meow. I felt like it added to the kalimba. I hope it wasn't too overpowering. I hope the kalimba was still, the main stage, and the burps just added to the ambiance. But it was nice. The mockingbirds are looking at me like crazy. They're like having a fun time. We call them katlachters here, Bethany, which directly translates to cat laughers. They laugh at the cats. They really do, kind of lean into it. Take it there. This is so nice. Know you, bro. Yeah, I'm grateful to share this moment with y'all. It's nice to be able to, across the planet, we get to share love instead of hate. It truly is a blessing to be able to do this with friends. People that we care about, people that we love, people that we've chosen to have in our lives. Mo today for me. It's so okay. Nancy, lurking or not, you are loved always. Uncle Becky just yesterday said better start getting ready for Gob to be here with a big smile. Nice. Gobbledygoo is coming through again. That sounds like an amazing time, at least from the adventures that I've heard about. Are you ready for the Shan message? It goes something like, have the most beautifulest day, everyone. I love you all. So, very, super, extremely, duper, tremendously, whoppingly, mammothly, monumentally, substantially, oceanically, dearly. Melton all of you, oh so, very wonderfully, amazingly, impressively, extraordinarily, enchantingly, inconceivably, gorgeously, radiantly, magically, divine friends. As we love you, dear Shan. Thank you for joining us again, for sharing these moments, and for choosing love, for being love, for embodying love, and realizing that in doing so, you are quite literally saving the world. Believe it or not, believe it or not, you don't have to believe it, right? You don't have to. I believe it. I do. And we're showing up for that. So I'm proud of you. Thank you for choosing love. I went easy on you today, Mel. I appreciate it. I was like, yeah, this one. I felt going into it a sense of confidence that I'm gonna slay that message. Thank you, Shan. Oh, love is true. I'm only assuming, lol. We look forward to GovTuber. He is a whole vibe to be around. Shan, so much. I hope all of you have a great rest of your day. Love to every single one of you. Thank you for joining me. For Consciously Evolving, we love you too bigly. Joy Vive and Shan and Lisa and Bethany and Jovan and Nancy and Maxine and Loazana and Sam and Zano and Kristen and Gobbledygoo and any of you friends that I haven't named right now. Love you so much to the moon. Let me show you. To the, to the, to the, to the. Is that just a stick? Where'd that moon be? Oh, it's behind the tree, I believe. Right there. There is moon. To the moon and back, and into the moon again, and then back here again, and to the moon. Love you. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you soon.